Hi, I'm Sam and welcome to Teal House Farm. In today's video, we're going to give you 10 reasons why we homestead. I'd like to give a shout out to Rose at Wholesome Roots Farm and also to Danny and Wanda at the Deep South Homestead. Both of them gave us shout outs and asked us to do this challenge as well, and we accepted, and so I'll put their links in the description below. Check out their videos as well. There's a whole bunch of people doing this 10 reasons to homestead. I think it's gonna be a fun video.
Number 10.
We homestead because of all of the fun you get to have homesteading. Stacking and carrying firewood is so much fun! You also get to go on an Easter egg hunt every morning.
Number 9.
We homestead because it's delicious. Lots of organic fruits and vegetables that are free and yummy. Nothing like a fresh picked fruit or a vegetable right out of the garden. Stuff from the store just doesn't taste the same.
Number 8.
We homestead for all of the great team building exercises we get to do. All right, so Dad is going to shake the tree. Mama's gonna get the high ground. Ivy, Micah, you guys get the low ground.
Yeah.
Nanny, you fend off the chickens, okay? Hopefully, with a great team effort, we can get all of the mulberries before the chickens do. Put your hand in.
Go team! Woo!
Number 7.
We homestead because we enjoy learning new skills. Just in this past year, I've learned how to pressure can. I've learned how to sew and fix about anything so we don't need to buy new things. I've learned how to keep animals like chickens alive, basically. Sam's learned how to build about anything from scrap lumber. We've learned how to produce minimal waste. We've learned how to compost our food scraps. I've learned a whole lot of new skills in the garden. I've learned how to use about any type of food you could think of and to try to use all of it so that nothing goes to waste. We've learned to do things with minimal electricity, and we're really excited about the new things we're going to be learning as we're heading off-grid this year, about learning how to do things ourselves without needing this really pricey, unsustainable system that we've been dependent on our whole lives until this point.
Number 6. Number 6.
We homestead to take better care of the environment. We're able to grow and harvest food from our own garden. It doesn't have to be shipped anywhere. It doesn't take any machine labor. We also get eggs and meat from our birds right here on our farm. We don't have to go anywhere to purchase this.
Number 5.
Another reason we do this is to get closer to our food, even if they don't want to be close to us. She's eyeballing me.
But seriously.
You got a little something there. That's all.
Okay, I'm getting close to my food too. I snuck a cookie. Sorry. We enjoy knowing where our food comes from and how it was cared for. And also have it be real fresh.
That's right.
Number 4.
Another thing that we really like about homesteading is that there's kind of a time and a place for everything. And it's kind of a slower-ish pace. In the spring and summer, you work really hard and you're trying to grow your garden and do a good job, take care of all your animals. A lot of times that's when you have your your newborn animals, and so there's a lot of work in the spring and summer. And also, there's quite a bit of work in the fall too, trying to can everything and get everything put up. But then in the winter, there's time to slow down a little bit and maybe kind of work on and fix up some things around the homestead. But the days are a lot shorter. We feel like it's a little bit more of a natural cycle. But even in the spring and summer, the pace feels like it's a little bit slower because we're used to running around everywhere. You know, when we lived in town, you're involved in 95 activities, and you're just always in the car, always having to go somewhere else, and it's nice to just kind of stay in one spot and focus on the homestead.
Number 3.
We also homestead for the workout. Show me your muscles. Wow! Sam, the chickens got out!
Let's go potty! Let me potty! Number 2.
We also homestead so we can spend less. About 4 years ago, we kind of had an epiphany moment, and we realized that if we were going to continue to serve our community with Sam working full-time in the ministry and me staying home to raise the children, that we were either going to have to find a way to make more money, which was going to be pretty difficult with what we felt like was our calling to serve this community in the church, or we needed to learn how to spend less. And that, as we were learning how to spend less, really started evolving into being able to do more by ourselves, so that we don't need to go out and pay somebody else to do that, whether it's fixing things ourselves, not using a lot of energy, so we're not purchasing energy, growing a lot of our own food, all of those sort of things. Living that more frugal lifestyle so that we can raise our family to be happy and healthy while not needing to spend so much money that we're going to need to take a lot of money from the church and becoming more of a burden than a help to the church.
Number 1.
The number one reason why we decided to start trying to homestead was for our family. We decided that we wanted our girls to have more skills and more knowledge when it came to everyday life, a little bit more than what we did. Before we started this, I could not have started a fire in a wood stove, and I was terrible at it when we started. But now I feel pretty good. I've got a good technique, and I feel like I can do it pretty well. Laura would tell you that when we first started trying to do this and cooking from scratch, she had a lot to learn, and she is a fantastic cook. She can cook on anything. She really can. She does a great job. But when we first started, it was a little bit rough and had a steep learning curve. And the same thing goes with our animals, our chickens and our ducks that we've got, and we're looking towards rabbits and pigs and maybe a cow or goats in the future for sure. And the same thing with our garden and trying to can and preserve all these things. It's something that's been lost for a couple generations, and so we're trying to go back and learn it, how to better take care of ourselves. It's all about not having to rely on someone else and relying more on ourselves. There's a lot of things in this world that you can do for yourself a lot cheaper if you just put the effort in. Now I'm saying with chickens and stuff, there's always cost involved with animals and sometimes with your garden and such. To get your infrastructure and your animals on your property, there's gonna be some money spent. But with most stuff, if you wanna do the work yourself, it can be done a lot cheaper and a lot more sustainably. You know exactly where your food's coming from. You know exactly how something's been raised. You know exactly how something was put together and made. That's the lifestyle that we're kind of living here, or trying to live anyway. So those are the 10 reasons why we homestead. I think that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.